Hello and welcome to our review of the Nespresso Vertuo coffee machine. Now, before we get started, we wanted to let you know that there has been one coffee machine that we have been using for the past 7 years, and that's the Nespresso Citz. Now, that coffee machine, during the period of time we've had it, we have had numerous other coffee machines come in, more advanced ones which can automatically make a ton of different drinks for you, but this machine right here, this is the one to beat because we have had this for 7 years, and the amount of machines that have come through our office, come and gone, nothing has dethroned this. But let's see if the Nespresso Vertuo can do this. So if we start with a quick unboxing, as you can see, the package we received was absolutely huge, and the reason for that is because inside the box you get a whole bunch of tester capsules, which you get with pretty much every Nespresso capsule out on the market. I can't remember the last time we got a machine that didn't have that, but we also received this, which contains £60 worth of free capsules. Now unfortunately you don't get to decide which capsules you get, but this promotion is on pretty much half of the year. Machine itself is very simple, comes with that little drip tray as you can see, and the water container is on the right hand side. It's wrapped in blue film, so make sure you peel that off. There are a couple of different color variations. We did have the black one, but there's also a white one option and a silver option as well. Now, first thing you want to do is get a big container, go to the manual, and you're going to want to run water through this machine from a full tank to empty 2 times over. They pretty much recommend this with all Nespresso machines. Now, as you can see, the light started to flash orange, which we're a little bit worried about because it's an error message. And luckily, we've been using this machine now for 6 months and we haven't had a single issue. Now, this is something we had to buy separately because there is no, at the current time, late 2019, there is no option to get this with a milk frother built in. So if you go ahead and turn the machine on, it takes about 29 seconds to do. Not the fastest, definitely not the slowest either. Now, the drip tray, it's a little bit clunky. It's got loads of little holes in the machine, as you can see, and you can choose where to put your cup, which is great because you can use pretty much any size cup, which you can't with with some other Nespresso machines. But the little holes that it leaves in the machine looks a little bit tacky. Now, to get started, you pull that little lever up and it will automatically lift up. And as you can see, it's the barcode around the edge of the capsules. So with those lines, the machine will read the barcode off the capsule and automatically adjust the level of water that goes into your coffee. And this is particularly useful because our old machine, for example, only had 2 buttons in Nespresso Citz. So you could only have Nespresso or Longo. But this, each capsule is automatically adjusted, the level of water that goes in, and it makes your drinks pretty much spot on. Now, when you finish, if you pull the little lever up, it just chucks the capsule into the back. This works 99% of the time. There have been times where we've pulled the lever up and it hasn't chucked the capsule on the back because it hasn't been able to grip it properly. Rarely, but it does happen, so it's worth a mention. Now, we put in a capsule for an espresso, and just one button, and it will automatically adjust the level of water, so you don't need to worry about it overflowing or anything along those lines. Now, the great thing with the barcode system is that, as I've said numerous times, it will automatically adjust the level of water that goes into the cup, but it always does it perfectly, the perfect amount of water you need for the kind of coffee that you're making. The one thing that it doesn't do with some drinks is it will fill the cup to the absolute brim. So I like a little bit of milk in my coffee, so I always stop it before that. Unfortunately, you can't set your own custom level of water, which, if you like to have your own custom milk, then you're going to want to stop this manually yourself. Now, as you can see, gets a nice level of crema on your coffee. Now, if you have the Nespresso Citz machine, the capsules are smaller. So if you want a full glass of coffee like we're making here, you'll need to press the button twice or adjust level of water manually and use 2 capsules or use 1 capsule and have a very watered down coffee. But with this machine, we'll show you later how much more coffee is inside each capsule, and you get a much more flavoursome, fuller coffee because of that, because it's using a lot more coffee. Now, I know in a lot of our previous reviews, people have said, why using this cup? Well, you should be using that cup. At the end of the day, with your coffee machine, you should be able to use whatever cup you want. Now, we're using this see-through glass here just to show you the level of crema that you can have in your coffee. Now, the cup does sometimes glide around that little tray that you can see that this is sitting on. But it's just something to be wary of. We found that by moving the coffee machine a little bit, as you can see right now, it's starting to go down the side of the cup. So you have to sometimes manually readjust it. And this is because of the vibrations of the machine. I thought it was our countertop, but moving it around, it seems to have kind of adjusted itself. Now, on the left, we have a normal Nespresso Citz capsule. This is what Nespresso had been using for years. This is the standard Nespresso capsule, as you can see. So let's go ahead and cut one of these open and take a look at how much coffee you get inside. Now, the Vertuo capsules do come in different sizes. So if you get an espresso capsule, it'll come in a much smaller capsule. Unfortunately, it will cost more than getting an espresso in a old style capsule. So if you do like exclusively espressos, it's probably better to go for the old machine. And if you like a fuller cup of coffee, if you like longos, if you like bigger cup of coffee, we'll show you why this is better. Let's go ahead and open one of the newer capsules and take a look at the amount of coffee you get in the newer capsules compared to the old ones. And this is the amount of coffee you get in a newer capsule. So if you're someone like me who likes a tall cup of coffee, just take a look at the amount of coffee you get in each capsule. So if you have a tall cup of coffee with the old system, you have to use 2 capsules, or you're gonna have a really watered down coffee. But for me, I like a big tall cup of coffee, so this new system for me is hands down a winner. And this is now officially the first machine in 7.5 years that has beaten our Nespresso Citz, and we have finally changed over to a new machine, and that's this machine here. Now, if you take a look, these capsules do actually almost cost twice as much as the old capsules. So if you have one of the old machines and you have pretty much exclusively espressos, stick with what you have. But if you like a taller cup of coffee, this is the new machine to have. It does end up costing a little bit if you buy this coffee frother separately, which we paid, I believe, £89 for the machine and £60 for the milk frother. But this has actually taken over from our Nespresso Citz machine, so this has now officially become our favorite machine on the market.